Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
So today we're going to be discussing a pretty significant issue within the construction industry, which is the noticeable gender gap in employment. Despite making up nearly half of the global workforce, women only represent a very small fraction of those employed within construction. Now, I hypothesize that the underrepresentation of women in the building trades is significantly influenced by a male-dominated workforce, high rates of harassment towards minorities, and the lack of female mentors and role models within this industry. This is supported by the fact that only around 1% of heavy equipment operators are women, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, as well as the fact that nearly 1/3 of women working in construction trades report facing high levels of harassment in their current position, and this is not taking into account that sexual harassment in any workplace, especially the construction trades, is heavily underrepresentative of what is actually occurring. Harassment, often sexual, is one of the biggest obstacles that women face when entering the construction industry, especially because this harassment can occur on a daily basis in the form of advances or comments, jokes, things like that, and it can really have a big impact. Just imagine facing constant harassment and feeling unsafe in a place where you should feel secure. This treatment can lead to anxiety, depression, and a deep sense of isolation at work. It can make the women who work in these environments dread going to work, affecting their confidence and self-worth. The emotional pain doesn't just stay at work, it follows them home, impacting their personal lives and relationships. It's a heavy burden that no one should have to carry. Now, why would I care about this issue? Well, that right there is my mom, and she's a pretty kick-ass lady. She has risen the ranks from laborer to foreman to instructor to dispatcher to her current position where she works as the only female business agent in the largest construction locale in North America. My first psychological theory will be Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where you can see that I have labeled all of the various areas in which deficits may occur that can impact women's needs. So next up we've got social learning theory, which suggests that people learn their behaviors, skills, and attitudes by observing others. It emphasizes the importance of modeling, imitation, and observing the actions and outcomes of others' behavior. And in essence, people can learn new things by observing others instead of learning these lessons themselves. Anytime you learn something from someone else, you would be engaging in something that could be viewed under the lens of social learning theory, and this applies here, especially in the case of a lack of female role models in this field. And lastly, we have resiliency theory, which focuses on identifying and leveraging strengths and resources that individuals and communities can use to overcome adversity. I personally like this model because it shifts the perspective away from deficits and risk factors to protective factors and adaptive processes.